Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. I was asked to show my SternGuard Veterans, but of course I haven't painted them, so this was like a perfect opportunity for me to start painting one of them and show how I will do it. So here we have the Sergeant that comes in the Leviathan box, and the only difference is that I gave this miniature a different helmet, but aside from that it's exactly the same. So of course, as usual, I will prime the miniature with Chaos Black from Citadel, and I will use Technical Astro-Granite Debris for the base because it's the one that I use for all my Black Templars, and because of consistency it should be the best. And that being said, let's proceed with painting this miniature. Miniature prime with Chaos Black, technical paint applied, and as usual, even if sometimes I forget to mention it, I like to give it a thin layer of Abaddon Black through the miniature because of course this is the base black that I use for my Black Templars, and if we make any mistake I like to go back to this one, so it's nice to have the same tone of black. And aside from that, it's important to mention that I will start painting the base of the miniatures, so for that I will use Asian Grey, it's like a dark grey, and then for details like for example the rock that we can see here, I will apply Dawnstone. And I will actually use Dawnstone a lot because I will use Dawnstone as well for the white elements of the miniatures, like for example the ropes, the purity seals, these ones here and these ones over here. Basically everything that I want to be white in the end, I will use this color because of course it's much nicer to go through the transition of black, grey, white rather than applying white over black. And I will use Wraithbone for the purity seals, the ropes and the highlights of the ropes here, and I will even like dry brush on the base to make it look nicer. And I guess that after that I will use lead belcher for the metallic elements of the miniature, like for example the symbol, the inside parts of the power armor, the weapons and all the details that I consider that they will be on metallic color. And that should be the base of this miniature, so let's proceed with that, it's going to be fun. And now, of course, the next step is going to be using corn red for the weapon of the miniature, the eyes and also the shoulder pad around it. And I will use it as well for the purity seal. Then I will use Morphan Brown for all the straps and brown things that I would like to have, like for example the belt, these straps, the straps here as well, the thing for the gun, everything. And finally I will use as well Balthasar Gold for the golden details, like for example this I don't know how to call, the symbol in the back and the rest of the things that I would like to have in gold. So let's continue. The miniature is starting to look like a Black Templar finally, and now it's the time to add some shade to it. So I will use first of all Null Oil. I will use it for the metallic parts, like for example here the symbol in the chest, the inside parts of the power armor and the weapon of course. And I will try to use it as well to cheat a little bit and add it into the gaps between the folding parts of the robe, because I want to enhance a little bit more the shadows, because right now it's like too bright and I want it to be a little bit more noticeable. So I will try to do it. Hopefully it won't look too bad, and after that I will be able to add some highlight to it, so it should look nice. And then I will use Agrax Earthshade, and I will use this one for the gold details and also for the purity seals, and it should look nice. We already know that it looks nice. And I will also use Agrax Earthshade for the Meltagun, but first I will use Rundlord Blast for the Meltagun of the Meltagun part of the combi-weapon. I don't know how to call that. So after this it should look even nicer, and it will be almost perfect. So let's continue. Definitely the miniature looks much better with some shade, and as you can see I painted some areas that I didn't want to paint, like these ones here that you can clearly see, but it's okay because we can cover that with the color that we had previously, this red font, so it's okay, and it will be nice. And now it will be the time to add some highlighting to the miniature, and for that, as usual with my Black Templars, I will use Evil Sun Scarlet for the red areas. Then I will use for the black power armor, I will use Dark Reaper in every single edge of the miniature. I will use Dark Reaper. And then in the places that I want to be the most highlighted, I will use some Fenrisian Grey. As usual, I will try not to use too much because sometimes I get carried away and I use it too much in the miniature, but I will try to do it in the areas that I want to be more highlighted. And as I said, for the robes, I will cover the mistakes that I did with Wraithbone, and then I will add some highlights with Corax White. So after that, the miniature should be almost done. So let's go for it. It should be fun. And now it's almost finished, so I will just decorate the things that I have to decorate. Like for example, this small thing in the helmet that I forgot completely. I will do the shield with the black and white with squares, and I will add the Black Templar cross to the shoulder pads. I'm not going to explain how I do the crosses because I already made a video talking about that. I will leave it in the description. So let's finish the miniature. It should look cool, hopefully. Let's go for that. And as usual, I just put some grass in the base and I consider my miniature completed. So this is my sergeant for the SternGuard Veterans of my Black Templars. And I have to admit that I enjoyed a lot painting this miniature because it looks super cool. And of course, with the ropes and such, they kinda suit a lot the Black Templar style. So even if they are like more like a shooting unit, they look quite nice in my Black Templars, and I cannot wait to paint the rest. So I would like you to let me know what you think about this miniature in the comments, and as usual, if you are still here, please consider giving me a like and subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.